What's up, you guys? It's your boy Alan G. Moja here, live for our Star Wars commentary for Rogue One. And guys, of course, we have our guest, our friendly neighborhood's punishment. I was saying Spider-Man, but it didn't work. So
No, it's not Spider-Man. It's
Yeah,
Frank Castle, the Punisher.
yeah,
It's not justice, it's punishment.
Wow, there it is. That sounds so good. Only a nerd would say that, baby. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, we're here to do Rogue One, Star Wars, a Star Wars story. And this is, if you're talking about just watching from beginning to end, this would be, you would watch this probably as the fourth film. But of course, you're watching it in fifth film. But if you want to watch it as, as they came out, which would be good, so that way you don't get spoilers and you can be surprised for all the big reveals. I would say, yeah, I had a revelation this past weekend or 2 weeks ago, this past week. Basically where, I think if you're a first person watching this, I think, if you watch it, theatrical release order, that way you get to enjoy it as far as like the spoilers and stuff that, all the big reveals. And then if you already know the story, then it's kind of cool to go back and just see it as one big saga. So
if you already know it, then watching it chronological isn't really that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun that way for me. Yeah.
For me, it's more fun in theatrical because it's you go through the original story and then it opens up the doors. It's like, oh, what happened in this? And then you go back and you find out what happened in this, and then it's like, oh, what happened in there? And then you get to the side stories, and that's how it plays out for me. It's branching paths for me instead of just one long linear path.
Of course. And just to say, what do you call it? Just to say that these movies are obviously big blockbusters, man. There's something to be said about that. And just letting you guys know that our Solo, the mouse came, y'all. Solo got taken down. I'm trying to.
He showed up in his sorcerer hat.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some Donnie Yen, if you will, on the mouse on Disney. And so it's down right now. It's been blocked for over a week. They took it down that same day, or literally an hour after. And so I'm trying to either re-edit it to where I can put it back up, or if I have to do a commentary just by myself, and I'll CGI Andy in there. I'm kidding. I'll if it's just a solo one for me, no pun intended for solo, that'd be hilarious, right? I'll go ahead and I'll do that, just so that way we have the entire series for you guys that are on commentary. We have the what do you call it? We do have the volume a lot lower. We do believe that is one of the biggest things, because we did have it up a little higher in solo than we did on 1, 2, and 3. So we put it back down, and so hopefully that'll work. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Let me just 1 second here. We're just gonna get this bad boy at the 0 mark.
There
it is. Excuse me. All right, guys. We'll get your popcorn, get your better cheddars, get your hot dogs, your hamburgers, your cheeseburgers. I already ate mine. I'm such a savage. You already know how I eat, y'all. And of course, my body is sore from last night. If you saw the live workout, it's called The Comeback. That's what you should check out, the new show called The Comeback. It's where you get to see me die. We're having the Kiss tour is in effect. The Metallica tour is in effect. You know what I'm talking about? These old rockers going for one more round. Rocky Balboa, if you will, going in the ring. Which there is a Rocky 7 going, by the way. There is a Rocky 7. We talk about that a different day. But there is a Rocky 7, and I'm excited for Rocky 7. He ain't going to be in the ring, but he's playing the Mickey character. So it's all... One more time, Rocky takes it off.
Sorry, Stallone. It's getting a little old, man. All these characters.
One more glory, baby.
Trying to relive their glory days.
Yes. Man, I liked Rocky Balboa, the number 6.
That one was interesting.
It's because of
it had a lot more heart
story. Yes, 100%.
than the other ones.
Yes, for sure. All right, guys, but we're not here for Rocky, even though we're going to do that franchise eventually. It's going to be good times. But all right, guys, we're going to start it with the Lucasfilm in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Yes, indeed.
Lucasfilm.
Now I'm going to start with my dog.
Start with the dog, baby. Let's go. And this is crazy. There is no crawl.
No.
This is just a cold opening. It goes, boom. There it is.
That was one of the things that kind of startled me the worst when I first, not the worst, but when I first saw it,
Yeah.
I was like, there was no crawl.
At least they got a pan. I take the pan. I love this scene though with the ship and the way it's coming in and the way it enters the atmosphere and the planet. And did they ever establish what planet that was? Because usually they put the name on it at the bottom. I think they were.
I think when they land on it, they say.
This looks like Saturn. You would think, right? With the rings around it. If you guys are in the chat, thank you guys so much for coming and talk amongst yourselves. Remember, guys, keep it clean. Know in your windows. We're trying to, last time we get too excited, but just throwing it in there. Talk amongst yourselves. Bring people in. Say what's up. Little girl running. Everyone was saying they thought that was Princess Leia.
Was that what they said in the theater when you were there?
Sometimes, well, not the theater, but people just before the movie came out, they were thinking, is that Leia? I'm like, I don't think so. Leia's already supposed to be old in here, or like 20,
Yeah.
18 or something crazy. How you guys doing, guys? Thank you for coming in. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe and share, comment, hit the bell for notification. Is that what's his name? Saul Guerrero?
Yep.
There you go. Look at one thing about a Star Wars movie, man, you gonna get some epic shots, bro. That's without question. I feel like it's still out. It's still out. The mouse has got me paranoid, y'all. I think we'll be okay. Because
always looking over our shoulder.
Yeah. You can't really hear it, so that's good. Because the other one, I was actually listening, and you can hear their voices like seriously good. Yeah.
It's usually not the voices that'll get you; it's the music.
Well, the music was fine actually. That's the part that they didn't want me to cut out. They said the part that I got fined for or whatever was and you can hear them talking. Beckett was talking to who was he talking to? Han. Yeah. And we were just like sitting here like this the whole time. We were just
watching.
Yeah. So we didn't.
The end of the movie.
We did. Yeah. I mean, okay. So I'm gonna like my man said he had not a great day at his game yesterday, and he said I can somewhat push a little bit of his button, not a whole lot, but I will say, Disney Plus they could do a series in this timeline right here. Meaning, when she's a kid.
When she goes to live with Saul.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Because that's not a huge plot hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's just an alternate thing that would
be
kind of nice to see.
That'd be kind of cool, but that would answer some things that what you may be asking. Look at that cape flapping in the wind. Do you think CGI, or do you think actual set, or mixed half set, half CGI?
Half set, half CGI. Yeah. Like the ground and then the background's all CGI. It's all blue screen back there.
Is that you sure they went on that planet? What? You know we have a Mars, you know that, right? They could do shoots out there that we don't even know. That could look. You know how like hey, we're going to Star Trek for a second, everybody. Remember in Genesis, we had the 4 different parts, and the world was being, it could be made in a day. That's probably what's happening here, man. This is probably 2015 when this was made, 2014 when this was made. That's probably what it looked like back then.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, here you go again, man, taking something that's my dreams and my passion and
crushing it.
Crushing it like you know somebody.
Crushing it like Emperor Palpatine crushed the Senate.
Oh, Papa Palpatine, yes, sir. These are cool. I like these Death Troopers. I want to see that in Battlefront 2, the Death Troopers versus the Sith Troopers, because now they have the red ones, and they're not putting it out until after the movie because it could be spoiled. Because I think that the Sith troopers are going to have some force using abilities. And what do you think about that, my good friend?
I don't mind that. That's always been a
kind of cool, right?
It's always actually been kind of a staple in.
Could you? Let me catch you up. Could you imagine Luigi go? You know, you're looking for, and then they come back around and say, "That don't work on me no more."
It wouldn't. It would never be that extreme, I don't think. But there's always been a thing in the expanded universe that Palpatine had some of the royal guards and stuff like that. They had minor force powers. They could do some of the more minor things. They couldn't jump like over tall buildings or force speed or anything like that. They could do simple like force push and force pull things and things like that.
Yeah. I'm trying to be funny, but I guess you didn't think much of it. Both. You can see like one of the Jedi's be like whatever you say. And
it was a dad joke.
Wow. Okay. You're a dad. You got a dog, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a dad.
But I don't make those jokes.
That is tough. She going into a wishing well. Boom. There it is.
That's something I don't get though.
Huh.
If you're anti-Empire, why the hell do you have a Stormtrooper doll?
I don't know. I still feel like we're really gonna bring it down. I think we're gonna bring it. You think we're good?
Yeah.
Because that music is a little loud. I think because now the title's gonna pop up, and I'm a little nervous at the title. Let me know. I'll chew that one. Well,
Yeah.
whoa,
Nobody's gonna listen.
Nobody knows what I'm saying because the title came up. Did not mean to scream in your ear, but we're gonna keep it going. We find a way. What up, Lisa Ann? Now this reminds me of what we saw in the unknown regions of there. Episode 9 trailer. That one that looks like the Fortress of Solitude in space. I like this character.
Cassian, I like him too.
No, isn't that was supposed to be Ben and Weisenhower? I forgot their names. Now they're no longer in Star Wars. They totally debunked that now. About a month ago, they said that, or 2 weeks ago, they said that they're not doing the movies anymore, so they're not doing that trilogy anymore. So they're finding different directors. Something Weisenhower, something I forgot their names, but.
Oh, you're talking about the Game of Thrones guys?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But it's supposed to be a casting story. There's another name behind it. Bespin and Caspian or something in Caspian.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't look too much into it.
No. But does he have a partner, Caspian?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I didn't look into it. So.
I'll find out for you because I think I know the one I'm talking about. It's there. I'm drawing a blank on the first name. But yeah, they're supposed to do that story. That's a for sure story they're doing. But they're either getting a different director. See, I want to spend like $1,000 one of these days. We can get the, because I think a Stormtrooper outfit like that's like $200.
No, they cost more than that.
No, no, not like ones like this, but a decent one that you can get by with. Maybe 400 because I know you can get a helmet for $100. The helmet, easy.
You can get one, a decent one, for $400, but you have to cut it out and assemble it yourself, and it doesn't come with all the undersuit or the gloves or anything like that. It's just the plastic.
How much?
$400.
Heck no. Here's the Wampa when he was a young boy. Before episode 5. When he captured Luke.
I mean, before he turned crazy and ate people.
Yeah. Before he captured Luke and put him in that upside down thing. That's tough. That's such a cool world. I wonder if we're going to visit these planets again. In 9. You just need one. Tie it all together.
Why would they?
Because I love planets. If the story makes sense. See that Stormtrooper? Mm-hmm. That's Finn's dad. See, and now Finn's dad is dead. He was gonna turn. Now, is this still a time where the Stormtroopers were clones?
No. By this time, the clone troopers have been phased out.
And they just recruit people.
Mm-hmm.
Did they at least mention that in Solo? Because you can kind of tell when they were bringing when they were what they call trying to recruit people.
Well, the clone troopers are pretty much phased out by the end of the Clone Wars.
This is crazy how they got this really damn close.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, like spit image, no. Crazy. And did you hear that this was actually the mom that played this character?
Hmm?
It's not really her, I'm sorry, her daughter. What's her name? Grand Mothma? What is it?
Mothma.
This is, okay, so even though this looks like her from 4, this is actually her daughter, I heard.
Is it?
Yeah. That's what's so crazy about this movie, that people were saying that it wasn't her, they didn't CGI her or anything like that like they did with Tarkin, but they literally said it was her daughter, and her daughter, actually the way they made her up like that, she looked like a spinach of her mama. That's why it worked out. Like, look. I'm like, that is crazy, because that looks kind of like her. That's crazy. Kind of like it. There's no wait in line for concession stand.
Yeah.
You know what to do?
Mm.
Good idea. We don't miss out completely.
Sometimes.
Yep.
It's a good idea.
I'm like, cause I'm like, and he's speaking in Spanish right now. There we go. Who's this character?
Which one? The other rebel leader guy, not the one with the beard, but the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's supposed to be Jan Dodana.
Yeah, not him. It's so funny when I was watching 4 last night. I can't believe that they had the dude from the last Starfighter was in there.
Yeah.
It looked like Rylos was there.
I just had a hard time getting behind Jane in this movie. It just didn't find her that compelling.
Oh, she was okay. I didn't mind it. She was like, it was tough because it was a one-off.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just Cassian. I liked the dude with the gun. I liked Donnie, but it's just she's playing that typical. I'm the tough person. I'm a rebel.
Who directed this?
This one, I don't know.
Where's that guy?
I don't know.
Where's that guy?
And I have a hard time getting behind those characters because it's just like it makes them unlikable. You're supposed to sympathize with your main protagonist, not be like, oh, this person's a douchebag. I don't want to like them.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, I felt bad for both, obviously. So it's not like I was like,
It's like I got behind Cassian because it's like he's the soldier that needs to do what he does, and you can see that he doesn't particularly like his job, being the rebel that he is, because he gets laid with the dirty jobs, and the rebels are trying to portray like this clean image. We're here to fight the Empire, but he has to pull off like assassinations and all this other dirty stuff that sometimes needs to happen in a war.
There's L3's brother.
Oh God.
He should have made a reference. That would be freaking so funny. My sister L3 was da da da.
And I didn't like her very much.
Her heads were too big.
Is
that a Y-wing?
No, it's a U-wing.
U-wing. We're gonna see them all, baby. I think. Do you believe we're gonna see Yavin 4 in episode 9?
Maybe.
That'd be kind of cool.
I was amazed to see it in this movie.
I want to see. I don't know. I want to see new. I want to see old. I want to see everything. I want to see a little bit of everything.
I know you want to see a little bit of everything. That's too much.
No, it's nice.
It is too much.
We got 2 hours and 35 minutes. Show me everything. They should. Hey, you go big or go home. I hope they throw everything in the kitchen thing.
No, but then you're just like, here's a frame of this, here's a frame of that, here's a frame of this.
Well, no, I'm not saying it.
Yes, that's exactly what you're saying. Show me everything. You're talking about cramming 8 movies of nostalgia into 2 hours.
And I know J.J. Abrams is going to do it. He's going to make all the fans happy. I'm ready. There was one theory about how they're going to have, which ain't going to happen, but they're going to have, right before Palpatine and Rey go at it for the second time, you're going to have Force Ghost Yoda, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Luke, and freaking Anakin. Holy crap, that would be freaking sick. I'm sorry. And they all have their lightsabers lit up in Force Ghost use. Oh my lord. I would have a Star Wars gasm. That's not bad. I can say that, right? I can have a step. I can say that. I'm gonna have one of them, and I can say that, right? I can have a step. I can say that. I'm gonna have one of them if that happens. It's not gonna happen. But I'm saying if that 1% chance wants to happen, would that be cool if you saw if that 1% happened? Would you be like, what the heck is it?
I wouldn't mind seeing all those ghosts, but lighting up. I'd need a purpose for the lightsaber lighting up.
Cause it's cool, dude. It's just epic, and sell more Hot Toys. Come on. I could put them all over there. See that? See that Force Yoda? See, he didn't have a lightsaber in his hand. He dope.
I'm a cynic, people.
Yeah, he obviously would not be here at episode 4. I mean, I'm just kidding. Oh, by the way, this, I was so glad they did these shots.
This shot was amazing.
Just because you never got to see, like, them started.
This was, yeah, you did at the end of episode 3.
Well, yeah, but that was like to start a construction. Like, this was like the finishing touch.
Exactly.
That was freaking dope.
That's why I liked it.
Yeah. It was dope. This is cool. And here it is, the guy I thought was still alive in this movie. Tarkin and the Peter Cushing, right?
Peter Cushing.
I thought he was alive and well. I'm like, this is Peter Cushing, right?
Peter Cushing.
I thought he was alive and well. I'm like, this guy looks good for his age, man. And he
was like 60 something back in the 70s. So Alan apparently thought he was like 120 some odd years old.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I could tell a little bit more now because you guys said it. You could tell he's not.
That's why he's always in the dark.
Well,
they use that as a trick to hide bad CGI.
Okay, like
hide CGI.
If you see his face, Critic's face, it moves more natural. But the only thing that saved their butt was is that his character Tarkin never really. If you look at episode 4, he doesn't really. He actually moves like this.
I know.
In a weird way.
They got most of the mannerisms right and stuff, but
actually moves like this.
I know.
In a weird way.
They got most of the mannerisms right and stuff, but when you get real close and he talks, it's just.
Well, someone says something about the eyes, and I'm like, I couldn't tell by the eyes. I was like.
No, the eyes are actually pretty good. For me, it's a little disproportionate. The head is a little too long, and the skin texture still looks a little too plastic.
Yeah, so for me, I actually was all good with these scenes. It was the Leia scene at the end. I think they made it was too shiny.
It looked like a Barbie doll.
Yeah, it was too shiny. If they would have just took the shiny away, I think it would have completely worked because I would have been same thing.
Yeah.
And I heard they used her daughter for that again as well in that one, Leia's daughter.
Yeah.
As like a reference. Base point.
Yeah. Should have had Andy Serkis do it. That guy is the motion capture king.
I heard he's playing a big baddie for the new Batman. And it got changed over to there's another person that's doing another thing in there, and then you have my man, all right, playing Riddler. I'm down with that.
That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, I was okay with Jared Leto doing the Joker in Suicide Squad. I wanted to see more.
I wanted to see more. I'm so sad that we didn't, but never say never because I did not to jump from Star Wars to DC.
That's okay. That's my legal. Save this.
There you go. I know. Is that you know they could take their beginning, if they think their beginning was rough, they can take that and use that towards their advantage by having two universes. Meaning, so if they ever did want to do a Flashpoint or a Crisis or whatever they want to do on a big screen, they can do it because they have all the actors that want to come back. Henry said he'll come back if he wants to. Ben Affleck said he'll come back. They all said they'll come back. And so if they do this new thing they're doing for the next 5 or 6 years, and then they want to bring all these guys back, it'd be fantastic. Yeah. And so I would love to see that. What you just said.
Everybody said that they hated Jared Leto Joker, but I was like, I don't know. I found it very compelling. I was disappointed that the advertisements kind of lied to us. I mean, they made it sound like he was going to be like a huge part of the movie.
Yeah, I think
he had like 5 minutes of screen time, and he wasn't even a main story point. It was just like flashbacks. And
I think the problem is that again, when you have somebody that did something great and people don't like change, unfortunately, and you. Anybody that does
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, what I'm saying is anybody that does anything else after a certain once. It's really sorry guys if you heard that, man. I apologize, everybody. It's real tough because you have what's the one I'm looking for?
Expectations.
Topic. Sorry.
We're talking about Jokers.
Oh, yes. If you try to, it's like you damned if you are, damned if you don't. Like if you literally if you are a person that loves the Joker, right? And you have this person that did a great job. And this person comes up. It's like, what can he do to change your mind to be like, okay, I like this Joker too. It's really tough because if you try to portray anything like the other one, they're going to say you're a counterfeit, you're trying to copy somebody. If you try to take a new take on it, if they don't like that new take, you're screwed. So that's what I think happened with Jared Leto, because you had a great Joker with Jack Nicholson. You had a great Joker for the animated series. You had Then you had another great Joker in Heath Ledger. So now it's like, okay, what do you do? And the only reason why this Joker supposedly did really well is because they did a full-on origin story that was not a comic book style movie. So that was the way he played. From what I heard, the way he played that Joker was nothing like any other Joker.
No, it was grounded totally in reality.
Yeah. So my point is that Jared Leto's Joker was in that comic book world status, and he wanted to make it his own. And I like how there's a thing online where they have each. By the way, I like that shot with all the different people in it. Same thing with Solo and everything was getting fixed. That's gross. live seaweed or live, what do you call that? Octopus.
Calamari.
Yeah. Excuse me. But it's tough when you got this long list, and no matter what you try to portray, it's gonna be difficult because. What's I'm looking for? If you go online, you'll see an a post that shows a picture of each Joker. They showed one, not Adam West, but they showed one with the Mark Hamill's thing. They showed the Jack Nicholson one. They showed Heath Ledger. They showed one more, and then they also showed Leto's before this new one. And each one had the narcissist, the anarchy, they had their names for it.
It was a little different archetypes.
Yeah, and it made sense for each one. And that's my point. Is he played a different kind of Joker, and again, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to stay with him to see it. I heard that I heard 50-50. I heard that you can play both. You can be both. That they're gonna do both. Jared Leto will still have his, even though it's different. I don't know. We'll see. I hope we still get him somewhere down the line, or at least get him to play.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen with his wide eyes, taker eyes, if you will. Oh, please tell me you did not. Please tell me, did you see And if you didn't, I'll play it for you on the way home. But
I haven't seen
this
anything
is not
wrestling related.
this is not an audio. This is a video. It's Macaulay Culkin hanging out with Taker, but it's not a Taker. It's a poster board of Taker, and it's so stupid because no matter where he's at, whatever he's doing, like the gong will go off and Taker will show up, and it's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's freaking funny. Yeah, I thought you might enjoy that a little bit. Yeah, he'd be like eating a sandwich, or he'd be like sitting like this, or he'll get in the bathroom, or he'll do something. Next thing you know, yep, and then the music start playing, and then you'll have Taker's the poster of Take, like not the poster, but the big old
cardboard stand-up.
Yeah. Oh, it's freaking hilarious, especially the one where he grabs him like they're sleeping in bed. Oh, that's freaking. Especially when he lifts his knee up to cuddle with him. Oh, I was like, dude, Taker. Boom. So this is the era for Mandalorian right here, in a sense.
Episode 4?
Yeah. It's supposed to be, that Mandalorian is supposed to be between 3 and 4. Big time. There's a lot of years there. I heard there's 30 years, right?
20.
20?
About 18, 20, something like that. Yeah.
That's a lot of years to play with.
It is.
In 5 years from now, when we do this again, we're going to be in serious issues. Because if we try to watch in order, oh my God.
That's when we're going to have to do it in theatrical order.
It'd be like 1, 2, 3, Obi-Wan, Mandalorian.
We're going to have to stick straight to the films.
I'm joking.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm doing it though.
You can do that.
I'll do it.
Your own.
I don't want to do it. Just because.
Because right now we've already skipped the Clone Wars series. That's
I know.
6 seasons of cartoon.
I don't like cartoon. I want live action. Give me some Lion King live action.
Yeah, but that's all. It's all canon. That's where Darth Maul gets his robo legs.
Well,
and you see him in the first.
Well, I heard they might retcon that.
They're not going to.
Not retcon.
They're adding another season to it.
No. I'm hoping that when we get the Obi-Wan spinoff, that we get to see that they don't retcon it. We see it live action. I hope they do that. A lot of people don't want to see that, but I would love to see them do kind of like what they did with Lion King. They took an animated, and they made it look live action. I would love to see DC and Marvel do that to their characters. It would look really cool to see like live people, but it's a freaking. You know what I mean? It's like a.
Isn't that what they're doing?
What?
Live action DC movies?
No. Well, no. I mean, like okay, like game, baby. We on the word. You know how like oh man, my brain is on point today.
Too little sleep, too much drugs.
Huh? That's not what we're talking about. What did we talk about? Give me a pinpoint.
You were talking about seeing more animated stuff in live action.
Yeah. So like Lion King, how they had come animated, and it was still animated, but it looked more realistic. I would like to see them do that more with some of the animated, like the Death of Superman or whatever it is, and they made that look like a live action. Does that make sense? That'd be kind of cool. Like
why not just do it live action?
Because they can't get nobody to do it. That's why they apparently don't got the money to do it. You know what I mean? So they don't want to give people money to dump the truck back. Get Ben Affleck to come back to get.
Well, if they stop writing crappy scripts and crappy movies, they could.
True. That's what I'm saying. If they took the animated and they made it live animated, if that made sense.
No, I get what you're saying. They should just live action the animated stuff and just be.
Yeah. They
should just draw inspiration from that instead of trying to mishmash everything.
So, that's what I'm saying. Like I hope that Clone Wars and Rebels they can do that one day.
I didn't like the Rebels cartoon.
Well, they have the new one out.
I've only watched. Oh yeah, that's called Resistance.
Yeah, I heard there's a new one out like that.
But I didn't like Rebels. I've only watched a few episodes of it, so maybe it got better. Maybe it's different. I don't know, but I didn't like it too much.
Yeah, look at my man Donnie Yen doing some martial arts, sweeping, taking out droids.
That's how I do martial arts.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, it's not.
Blindfolded too. Look at that.
That's how I do martial arts right there.
That was me. That wouldn't guys you.
Give me the gun any day.
You almost shot me.
You're welcome.
Oh, did you hear that everybody's favorite female is gonna play Ahsoka?
Not Brie Larson.
Oh yeah, baby, here we go.
Man.
Hey, if she looks the character, who cares?
Well, as long as she doesn't get up on her soapbox, whatever.
I don't think so. I mean,
she totally did.
I didn't see all of it. I saw some. I do see some of you guys that said you can see it, which I did. But then there were some.
It wasn't in the movie. Okay, in the movie she was fine. It was all her PR stuff.
Yeah.
And well, I separate the person from the artist most of the time.
Well, I wonder if it's the audio. No, I wonder if it's, unfortunately, because the studios all have to say in some degree. I wonder if sometimes the studio says, okay, look, you have to act this way.
Not with that.
You know what I mean?
When she's up there saying, I don't give a damn if my movie appeals to 40-year-old white males.
That is tough.
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is that, like, okay, I know that bothers a lot of people, but it's like, okay, so she said that, so my point is like, you know,
but
what are you gonna do about it?
That's the point of it being bothersome.
It's bad, I know.
It's bad PR because you're alienating audience members. That's
true. I get it.
Stupid.
I get it.
Not only that, that's a totally sexist thing to say. It's hypocritical.
I feel like
people don't like hypocrites.
I know, but I feel like she took the first blow, and I'm sorry, the first shot fired, because like Ryan Johnson, I heard that he totally ran about the Star Wars like I did that. You saw Ryan Johnson. I heard that he went off on all the fans and went crazy and berserk. But then I had to go back and look at what all the fans were saying to him first.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sooner or later you gonna break if you ain't that type of person that don't know how to censor it or how to get rid of the issues.
Ryan Johnson was a totally different thing, because the fans came out of Last Jedi and they were just upset, and they were just digging for anything they could, and supposedly they found tweets and audio clips of Mark Hamill saying that he hated the direction they were taking Luke Skywalker, when in reality Mark Hamill said, I don't think this is how Luke should be. You know, he had disagreements with Ryan Johnson, but it wasn't, I hate this, and that's how fans were portraying it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how they wanted to feel.
Yeah.
So they were coloring it in a totally different way. And Mark Hamill has since said, I regret voicing my opinions publicly because it got taken way out of context, and it turned into this whole thing that it shouldn't have
been. Right. That's what I'm trying to say, man. It's PR is important, but at the same time, it's like sometimes, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, I mean, again, these are all everything's got its own certain scenarios. Like the whole Obi-Wan thing, like he said he knew 4 years, like he finally came out this past month. It's like, dude, I've had to hold this in for 4 years. I knew since 2015 we were doing an Obi-Wan movie, but the studio told me I can't see nothing. I have to lie about it. And I was like, that's tough. So I mean, that's the thing. Is like you don't know what a studio makes you do. If they're saying, maybe they said, hey, any PR is good PR, so maybe you need to, like, unfortunately, we live in a world that what we see in social media, what we hear on TV, or what we see, we almost like have to believe because we see it and we hear it, but we don't know truly what that person, you know what I mean? If that's like, even though she said it or he said it, but we all know that they're run by studios. You know what I mean? It's all PR, so they could have said to her and say, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, we want good PR, but maybe you start a little fire. Go ahead." You know what I mean? And
maybe, but
that I heard that's what they did with Van Damme, with Universal Soldier, with Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme. They both said, "Oh, dude, that wasn't a real beef."
oh, that's different though.
But they were because they both understood. They were like, "Hey, we should
That's
start something."
That's totally different.
But I'm using an example that
I know what you're saying.
But I thought it was real for the last 25 years. I just recently watched a video of them saying that was fake.
I understand that, but that's a totally different circumstance.
What do you mean?
Well, for them to say that they have an onset quibble, a rivalry between themselves to stir up like so that fans kind of take sides for the movie. Oh, I want Van Damme to win. Ooh, I want Dolph Lundgren to win. That's totally different than just alienating audience members who through social justice politics.
No, but what I guess what I'm saying is that studios have whatever they want to say, and if they want to really push an agenda, what a great way to push it when you're saying it like that. You know what I'm saying? If they're trying to push this whole woman's thing, of women can be just like men and have power of whatever. If that's what they want to push, what a great way to push it. If she steps out and says, "Hey, this I don't care if 40-year-old men want to watch this," boom, Stone Cold. By the way, it's my fourth finger. Don't get too excited. But you know what I'm saying? Like, count.
Just do it the way we did after they censored it after the Attitude Era.
Or John Cena and what is it called? The tables and chairs, slopes and ladders match. Oh man!
I showed my wife that. She actually got a kick of that.
Good. If you guys don't know what
she was like, "How many times
did they call it?"
I was like, they keep calling her like 6 or 7 times. She's like, I would have stopped answering. I was like, that's what I said.
If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go check out John Cena prank call. Yeah. That's all you gotta type in, and you'll enjoy yourself. What's going on, Helen Kelly? I see you in there. Oh man! So now we in here, Mr. Krennic.
They're testing out the Death Star for the first time.
Yep, getting ready to blow up something.
They're gonna blow up this city right here on the Saw Gerrera planet.
Yep. And we got episode 9, no spoiler alert, but we do have the Death Star cannons on the ships, the Star Destroyers. That's going to be amazing. Palpatine said, "Look, y'all killed me twice, having these small little things that minor detail on Death Star, and so now I'm going to make a fleet." And that way there's no special, guns that you could use to take me out. It's a dumb question. I should know who Wedge is. Well, who is Wedge? It's Luke's best friend, right?
No, that was Biggs.
Because Biggs died. I saw that. Yeah. I saw him explode. So I'm like, but I heard who's Wedge? Which one's Wedge?
Wedge is Red 2.
Because I heard he survived in all the things. So I heard he could be swinging a knife.
He could be, but I don't know.
Be old, right? He'd be really old?
He'd be about as old as Luke.
Okay. Do we see Man Jabba or do we see Jabba?
I don't understand that question.
Episode 4 before CGI. Jabba.
Oh. Man
Jabba or real Jabba?
In 9?
In 9, do we see any of the Hutts?
I don't care.
That is tough. What's wrong with you? Don't like sluggy dudes?
I don't like nostalgia just for nostalgia purposes. Okay, because it slows everything else down.
Give me a 4-hour Star Wars. I'm ready. Let's go.
But
This is their end game. This is let's go. This is their end game, baby.
And that's fine, but if it doesn't serve a purpose, it's just there,
Look,
and I'll fast forward past it
listen,
because it just can't be there.
Brother, give me Darth Maul with his spider legs. Give me freaking.
Then just have a bunch of pictures.
Give me Darth Vader come back from the dead. Give me Kylo Ren with two of those lightsabers. Give me Ahsoka. Give me Anakin back. Give me Yoda. Give me a headless Count Dooku. That'd be dope. Count Dooku show up and he headless.
Got his head like the headless horseman carrying it under his arm.
You see, yes. 4 hours of just throwing nothing but the sink, baby.
I don't want that.
Look, we got a Force Ghost. What's his name?
Not Force Ghost. It's a hologram. God.
You said I could press this a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, we haven't even scratched yet. We just got the quarter out. We haven't even scratched the number letter yet. You know what I mean? So bingo. Look, see, he's telling how to use the Force. She was a Force user, but they didn't catch in time.
One thing I didn't like about this.
Here you go.
Yeah, is I forget her father's name, but the father says that he built
something Organa, right?
Huh?
Something Organa, right?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking
that's Bail Organa. That's...
My bad. But you know what's funny is they look like they can be brothers. This is probably Leia's sister. Oh, there's a third in the trilogy, y'all, that we didn't even know about.
Oh, stop it.
Two of them look like him.
I didn't say that. Okay. I just said stop it. So, one thing I didn't like was that this guy says that he built the weakness into the Death Star, which basically undercuts what Luke does in Episode 4.
No!
Yes, it totally does.
Because Luke didn't know where it's at. He had to free. You think he read the map? No, he said, Luke, use the Force. He did. Pow! He found it.
No, that's not how it worked.
How did it work?
There was a whole briefing saying you need to shoot into this hole that we know about because of this.
Okay, my point is this.
And they said...
You got me so angry I used my Force powers to knock that over.
And he says, I built this in there on purpose.
I know. That's fine. Luke still had to use the Force to make sure he gets it in the hole. The other guy missed. So little, we about to go an innuendo right now. Just make sure, guys, when you put it in.
Oh God! Don't start. You're gonna go off onto this thing, and you're gonna turn it into something that it shouldn't.
Well, I'm just saying that when Luke Skywalker hit the big old button, and
I know what you're saying.
Because the first person shot it and
it missed.
Yeah, it missed. No kids. No offspring.
You need to stop that.
No what?
I know what you're saying. Luke had used the Force. But what I'm saying is that because he built it in there,
yeah,
he meant for something to shoot down in
there.
there.
Luke.
No, I'm not gonna do this.
What? You at least pick up your Dr. Pepper that you forcefully forced. That lightning forced it over there.
It's gonna stay.
It's gonna stay. I hope it's not leaking. Was it full? It's empty.
It's empty.
Okay. Hey, really quick, hold on. I get what you're saying, Andy. I'm not discounting. I get what you're saying. I'm just talking about. Well, look at that explosion. What movie we were talking about? They were laughing that he wanted to be on the outside to watch it. What movie was that we were watching? There was something we were watching. We were like, yeah, he wants to be on the outside looking in. Or he wanted to see the explosion looking out. Which movie was that we were watching? We were talking about it. It was. Sorry, it wasn't with you. It was Armageddon because I was like that one dude, that crazy guy. I was like, they should have left him up there. And they're like, no, that's what he wanted any place. He wouldn't even shut off the bomb. I'm like, because that's why he wanted to die first. He was like, he would have been too bad looking at. What a great view.
Yep.
No, but I get what you're saying. That it undermines a little bit of him,
of Luke's specialness.
Yes, but in the other realm, like I said, to use they were trying to basically showcase that Obviously, they had one guy go. He missed. Obviously, he knew where to go, but he just didn't have the ability to do it. And so when Luke went in there and obviously didn't even use, because I forgot what they said. They even gave him how much the inch was. It was so tiny.
It's 2 meters.
Yeah.
You know how big 2 meters is?
Well, you tell me.
6 feet.
That's still small.
It's big.
That's big.
2 meters is about 6, almost 7 feet. It's about from there to there. That's a big hole.
Not when you're far away.
When you have targeting computers and everything.
He took it off. That's my point. See, he said, yeah, you heard this. Luke, use the force. And then he said, bloop, bloop, bloop. And then the guy was like, hey, what are you doing? And then Darth Vader trying to shoot at him and everything. And I'm like, oh, this ain't gonna work. And then he even closed his eyes and he shot. And it, I was trying to make it look sound good. But anyways, he shot the cannon. He shot it, if you will. And he still had no kids. Actually, no, Luke did have kids. How many kids did Luke have? But we never see him in the movie. We see him
in the expanded universe. He has one boy.
See that?
With Mara Jade.
See that
and
one?
And that boy is named Ben.
Which is the broom kid in episode 7 or 8. I bet you that's Luke's kid.
I doubt it.
That'd be dope though.
Yeah, interesting.
And
but I doubt it.
Because of that one kid, that one shot that was to explode in the Death Star and make it go kaplooey. He's not gonna call me. And I'm not saying anything gross. When you're married, it's okay to do these things. Am I not right, Andy? When you're married.
When you're married.
When you're married. So life lesson, folks. If you want to do the nasty or do the Death Star run, get married.
But don't get married just to do the Death Star run. That's stupid. That leads to bad marriages.
We do have a 72-hour window. I'm kidding. Joke. He think it was funny. Actually, he thinks it's funny. He's laughing. He's laughing. He's like, ha ha. He's laughing big time inside.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself. Dad joke.
See, wait. Have to start somewhere. By all account. Yeah. Actually, I like that terminology. I'm gonna start using that terminology. So, like, to have sex, you can just use. You can say the Death Star run.
Yeah.
Hey,
trench run.
Trench run. There you go. You know what? I'm gonna pick up your Dr. Pepper that's leaking everywhere. My floors is not sticky.
It's not leaking everywhere. It's empty.
Stinky and sticky.
You did it. You said you did it. You said you used the force to do it.
I did.
Now you gotta give me an 805.
Oh wow! Now he yeah, okay. He must think he has the snap of the finger like that. Okay. You can definitely have an 805.
Okay.
Oh yeah. His story changed quickly. He said,
where's your bottle opener again?
It's twist off.
No, they're not.
It should be in there. If it's not in there, it's got to be in my room. But you should find. There should be another one in there.
Okay.
If not, I got you. Now I should put a CGI Force Ghost of Andy.
I'm not opposed to that. These broken ass nunchucks, right?
Yes, that's the one. After a while, we do need to do just like a weekly, like once a week, somewhere. If it's the same day, if I just obviously got to get you sooner. Where we do the show first, and then we do movie commentary. That's like, so we got to do like a 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning show, 10 to 11, and we do, because that's what Christian and them are doing right now in SEN. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey guys, you know, it's crazy. Yeah, we talk about movie news, but we shoot the crap. And that's what they do, and they get paid, sir. They get paid.
Sure they do.
So, but not from a, because they don't have a another shot of the Death Star. Wow. That was a nice shot. Lord have mercy.
Such an impractical weapon, though.
They don't get paid from like the studios. They left, so it's only him. So he gets paid by the fans.
Yeah, he gets a Patreon.
Yeah. So I say we do that. We try to do it as soon as we can, man. That'd be dope. We just set up in here, do a quick, we get tight in our faces, and not face, you know, close enough. And then we just talk the bull, man.
We're good at that.
We're good at that, baby. Yeah, yeah. You just can't be doing all this innuendo, bro. It's tough, man. I gotta sit there and I gotta shot it. You know, maneuver around. Don't look at me at that tone of voice, Mr. Punisher.
About to get some punishment.
See? He all that 50 Shades of Grey stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be good here. And he wants to pull in 50 Shades.
No.
He said he wants to punish me.
You know how this movie started?
It's a book.
It is a book.
Yeah.
You know what the book is? It started off as Twilight fan fiction.
Well, I like me some Twilight. No, I
hate Twilight.
Oh, I love Twilight. Oh, man. Come on now. I still don't know why I'm single. Because all the ladies like Twilight, so come on. Ladies, I like the Twilight. Come on, we watch Twilight together.
I'm sorry, but if I was what's the vampire or the werewolf, I'd have been like, this chick is not worth it.
You mean Emily Riggs?
That's not Emily.
Oh, trust me. She in that happy way, she hated me. Because I always said she looks like, what is her name? Kristen Stewart?
Oh, God.
And oh no, it's so funny because there's a resemblance. When I say resemblance, the jawline and the way she has her hair, and actually they're really quiet all together like that. So it's freaking hilarious. So every time I see her at that time when that movie was all the time, she was doing these other movies on the side, and I see them all at Walmart, and I'd always screenshot, be like, "Hey, I didn't know you come from that movie. Hey, dude, you are so popular." She's like, "Dude," and then as a shot, I had her as Bella. I had Mr. Bryant as Edward. I had Mr. Johnson as Jacob, and I had them all. And I had them all. And we went to the forest, and I had them all do a picture in a tree. It was freaking hilarious. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's this man say again over and over again? I forgot what he said. Something with the force. Something with the force. We'll say, I'm one with the force. I'm with the force. Is that what he said?
I'm one with the force, and the force is with me.
Say that again. I'm one with the force. The force is with me. I'm one with the force. The force is with me. I couldn't say that. It'd be so messed up. Because he repeats it like one time and like 10 times. Back to back. Man, oh man. In about 15 minutes, we're going to get my scene in, buddy. You know what scene it is?
The one where James Earl Jones sounds really old?
No, come on, man. Hold on. No.
Sorry, no. But he does.
No, man. He sounds younger even to me here. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. He sounds fine. He sounds like Darth Vader. No. He sounds menacing. Y'all are too damn critical, man. Y'all need to stop.
He does sound menacing, but he does sound his age.
Oh, here we go. No, he don't.
Yes, he
What's
does.
his age?
He's like 80 something.
He don't sound 80-year-old Darth Vader. Crazy. Don't look at me like that tone of voice.
You live in a really weird delusional constant state of denial.
I just enjoy what I see. Everything don't gotta be all perfect. Gosh,
it doesn't have to be perfect.
I'm gonna go get a different actor for freaking James Earl. I'm sorry. Someone said they would rather have the new Lion King, a different person for Mufasa, and I guarantee I don't care if I have heard other Darth Vaders that I did like, but it would have been really extra jarring if I would have heard a completely different Darth Vader.
Not for me. I've heard some pretty good impersonators.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's just nice to have the guy back, the man.
That's Alan for you, living in nostalgia.
That's it. Yeah, live it. Bring back the '80s, just like all the vinyl. Alex, come here. Lay down. Go take a nap. Go. Yeah, it was really cool. I just witnessed all these vinyls that came back. That's crazy. Like it's all repeating itself. It's crazy. But to the next level. This scene is cool because I like the action sequence. There's a lot of great action sequences in here. I will give that to for Rogue One for sure. I'm surprised they didn't make this into a game. Yeah, cool.
They kind of already did.
Which one?
It's a game called Dark Forces.
Okay.
It has a different character. The character is called Kyle Katarn. Okay. He, in the expanded universe, was the one who sold the Death Star plans and delivers them to the rebels.
So wouldn't that be canon?
It was, until Disney took it over.
Oh yeah, that means we could get my live action Darth Maul spider legs in the movie or in live action. We could get that if they're retconning if they're allowed to retcon things.
Well, that was, like I said, before Disney took over.
That's what I'm saying. I think Disney didn't take it over when they did Rebels, right? Rebels has been going on. Clone Wars has been going on since.
Yeah, but they took Clone Wars in and they said that this was canon.
Right. But who says they can't change it now and say it's not canon? You just said that you can do that. Yeah, they can do that.
No. When they first acquired the Lucasfilm and all the Star Wars properties, they made it very clear what was canon and what was not.
Oh, okay.
They said Clone Wars was canon. All the rest of this garbage, in the garbage. Well, they called it Legacy, but they said that it wasn't canon. It's just there.
That's tough. Well, I don't know. I love all these scenes. You know that's a watering hose, right? Big old sprinkler on top.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't know, man.
See, he's got to pull off the dirty jobs, man.
But he's not gonna pull it off, though.
I know he's not going to, but that's part of his struggle.
Yeah. You just don't know if he wants a Big Mac or if he wants a quarter pounder with cheese.
Quarter pounder all the way.
Hell no. Well, maybe now, yes. But before, when Big Macs were good.
Never well, that's not true. I like the sauce on the Big Macs, but everything else about it.
That's not. Oh, I had Freddy's today. That was actually a really damn good burger. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
There's just too much bread on the Big Mac for me.
Yeah,
I don't need a third bun. I'm sorry, that's dumb.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like.
And I don't need the lettuce either.
You know, well, I get you, and that's what I'm saying. Like back then, they actually, especially when it was hot and things were melted and it looked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's so gross. Yeah. And very once in a while, out of 10 times if I go to McDonald's and I'll get one Big Mac that was right. Have to get it specially made too. That's sad. Jeddah. I bet you that's where Ray's from.
I'm actually glad Ray has Nobody's for Parents.
He does. She does. Well, she doesn't have parents, but she has Grandpappy Palpatine.
No. See, because the whole point, one of the things I liked about Last Jedi, throwing all that stuff out the window, was that the Force could just spontaneously be in somebody. That it didn't need to be this whole lineage and all this other stuff.
Well, not lineage,
but that's what everybody wanted it to be.
Well, no. What I mean is like, okay, we know basically in all actuality, Anakin's daddy would be Palpatine because Palpatine created him.
Yeah, like some kind of Frankenstein monster.
So imagine that's what he did for Ray.
He might have.
That's my point. So that would make Ray either Ray. That would make his. That would make.
That'd be an interesting twist.
That would still be Ray's. That would be Ray's grandfather, would it? That'd be Ray's dad.
It would be the same situation where
he
doesn't really have a father or whatever. It's just she is.
Yeah, she just. And that's what I think. I'm hoping that's what happened because it's
she's Jesus part 2.
And people can't handle that. That's why I was so upset. Like, dude, relax.
And I don't mind that. That's actually another interesting twist if that's what she goes through.
I'm hoping that we also they don't gotta show anything crazy, but I'd love to hear a thing, just something I'm mentioning about Snoke. And I think Snoke was a body, if that makes sense.
I get you.
It's Palpatine.
Palpatine possessed the body or something.
Yes, I think he's been trying for. I think he's been going around different ways, because how else would Snoke know all about the history of Luke and Vader and you know what I mean? And like, well, how would he know that now that's Palpatine's brother? Which I don't think that anything like that. It'd be crazy.
Could be. I mean, they never really explained Palpatine's parent or heritage or anything.
That'd be kind of cool too if that's his brother. Shoot. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they found a way of, without making it too jarring, that would really help out people that certain things in 8.
Yeah.
I tell you all the time, you cannot judge this trilogy until 9 is done. People are already talking about this movie sucks, this trilogy sucks. I'm like, dude, you haven't. People always say at the same time, it's like, well, we didn't know. We knew way more about Palpatine than we did. Than we do now. I'm like, dude, you didn't even see Palpatine until freaking basically 6. You barely saw a glimpse of him in 5.
You got no backstory on him until the prequels.
And that's what one person said. I think it was Christian that said that he mentioned that that back then, because you didn't have the lore, you didn't have all the craziness that we have now. Yeah. I guess it was much easier to accept that back then. But now, since we have everything out and everybody's mama's out and everything, now it's like, okay, like we have to have it. And it's like, that sucks.
It does suck.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it sucks that
that's why
standards, you know?
Yeah. Sets different expectations. It's ridiculous.
Dude, I have so many in my mind what I want to see, and if none of them come true, I will be happy with what I get. Because at the end of the day, not my vision, those guys. Unfortunately. All right, 5 more minutes in my scene. The epicness. Yeah, let me show you. This is kind of like what happened. I was like this, because movie theaters you can kick back like this, and it was like 12. Right, and this time it's like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. Right now, basically, is in the theater I'm watching, and I'm probably dozing off, you know, just dozing.
Wake up. Hey, wake up.
Yeah, you know. So, in just a second, I'll show, like, this is how I was in the theater. You're a rebel now. Okay. I be like, that music's too loud. Lord have mercy. Don't be taking away, Disney.
Yeah,
crazy. Yada 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 yada. Yada 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 yada. Yada yada. Yole yole yole. Yole yole yole. There you go. All right, cool. Yes. What ship is that? I've seen that before. Isn't that Kylo's ship? One of Kylo's ships?
Nah. Similar, but no.
Where it's just a big rectangle and then it has those two big wings. Jen is fine though. I ain't gonna lie about that right here. She look good. Forbidden War. You lied to me. You're in shock. You went out there to kill my father. You did not know I was what you talking about. The night.
When did we get the
You're in shock and looking for your some place to put. I've seen it before. I bet you have. I don't know. You lied about the why? What here? I had a slide. I had every chance to pull the trigger. What did I? The Last Jedi. Do it! Do it! My father. Alliance bombs that killed you. I had my orders!
That's usually how it goes.
Orders. You mean to tell me I have to cook the burgers? What do you know about burgers? I know that you don't microwave them and heat them. You cook them fresh in a pan.
You flame broil them. The spices.
Some of us want to live. I've been in a fight since I was 6 years old. I've been so upset with the Big Macs.
Because they suck.
All I want now are quarter pounders. From Burger King. You can't talk to me this way. Great. Talk to my father, Palpatine. What? How else do you think I got the Death Star plans? It wasn't from the Yavin 4. It's from my daddy. Senator Palpatine.
He's not a senator at this point.
Yes, you.
He's the Emperor.
Chief.
The big mamma jamma.
Here you go. And this is where I sat up. I saw Mustafar, and I'm on the edge of my seat getting ready to hear the great James Earl Jones do his lines. Yes. Oh, that castle's dope. I want to see that in 9 too. Let's go.
Castle.
Yeah. Look at that steam. I gotta get my castle up.
I want the Tower of Orthanc.
Hell yeah. Lord Vader. Directed Krennic is here to see you. Oh yeah. I heard he's in episode 6, actually. The guy stealing down, he's one of the guys that's next to Palpatine.
This guy?
Yeah. If you look at his face, and then in episode 6, look closely to the, not the guards, but the people that are in the...
I understand. You're talking about one of the dignitaries or whatever. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Might be.
It is. That's what they said was. Oh, that was pretty cool. I love this shot. The shadow when the thing comes up. I'm like, that's pretty sick, dude. You should be scared, my guy. Just because you got a cape don't mean crap.
He's got a black cape.
He got a black cape. And it flaps harder than yours.
You are still a white cape.
See? People are like, oh, you didn't hear the Empire or Vader's theme. Like, it's right there.
It is, yeah.
Lord Vader. Director Krennic. Oh, that's so epic. Lord Vader. You seem unsettled. Things to explain. Hey, can I be running? Problems. has certainly been confirmed. It's a nice shot right here too. I think did they show it yet? Let's see. I think they did. They did the white. Yeah, there it is. I love that's a nice shot too.
That's a pretty good shot. Nice wide.
Mm-hmm. Sure, the Emperor is not compromised. Am I still in command? Do not choke on your aspirations. I thought that line was brilliant, bro.
No, the lines are great. It's just
he said the line good too. Stop it. I'm crazy to lost your mind. That is Darth Vader.
I have not lost my mind.
Lost it.
He speaks slower. It sounds
yes.
older. I'm sorry.
He's supposed to sound like that.
No, he doesn't. You listen to the way he talks in episode 4.
Yeah.
Watch.
I know. I have. And you listen to episode 5, it sounds completely different.
No, it doesn't.
4, no, I'm telling you, 4 sounds okay. If you listen to 4 and 5, episode 5, dude, his voice is way different. They made 4, they almost made him like his voice is deep. They tried to make his voice like, oh my god, like I can't like not tinny, but it's like really high pitched, bassy. And then if you listen to 5 and 6, like episode 5 and 6, his voice is really deeper.
Yeah, but in this,
that's what I'm saying. Like I think personally, yeah, I think to maybe match it. They should have maybe made him. Maybe they should have did that with his voice there. But this voice matches more 5 and 6 voice than it does 4. I will give you that. To me,
no,
it does not sound like episode 4.
No, it doesn't. That's not the point I'm trying to make.
The point you're trying to make is saying is he sounds younger. I get what you're trying to say. I know you're trying to say that. I'm saying that as far as like what do you call it? The him being young, sounding older. It's like that's like nitpicking. If you it's freaking Darth Vader's, he sounds too old.
It doesn't sound right to me. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
That is tough. Disney, you can't please everybody, man.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
You can please me. I'm good.
It's fine.
I'm good.
I'm just saying that it just doesn't sound correct.
What's correct in your book?
Well, I can't imitate it, so I can't tell you how it sounds.
So then, don't say nothing. There you go. See, I want to put my 2 cents in, but I can't commentate. I can't recreate it. See what I'm saying? That's tough. I'm really pushing it out. Now I'm scratching the numbers right now. I'm scratching right now. I'm trying to win that lottery number right now. I'm trying to win the big old mega bucks.
You're about to get the Powerball.
Get it, brother. Get it. So you mean to tell me you have rather have had another actor do that voice, and even if it was not going to match up to the other voice anyways, it's completely different, but maybe sounds like it, you've been okay with that?
Yes.
Nah, see that. I mean, I would be like, okay too, because that's, like I said, if that's what they gave me, then I can't do anything about it. But, because we got the man's voice, I'm sorry, the Ghost to Goat, greatest of all time, you can't deny that. You know?
But that's the thing, though. Is, see, I can look past my nostalgia for something better. They got James Earl Jones, and they're playing on that. All right, everybody, James Earl Jones. But I'm sorry, but James Earl Jones just sounds older. He doesn't sound correct for that part anymore. He has the voice, but it just isn't delivered correctly because he is older. It's not his fault. It's just how it is.
What are they going to do with this new...
What are they going to do if he dies?
Fantastic. Then it's okay. Die. We know that. Peter Cullen, my man, Optimus Prime. Guarantee you that his voice is going to get older too. So that when they do the Transformer and Bumblebee spinoff, which they're doing in the next couple of years, I guarantee his voice, and even though it'll sound like Optimus Prime, you might go, oh, he don't sound like the younger Optimus Prime. He sound really, it was slow, and I'm gonna hit you with a head with a bottle because that's crazy. It's Peter Cullen. You can't change that until he dies. When he dies, you change it. Yes, I'm just saying. It's just some things. That's like saying let's put in a person when they reboot Enter the Dragon. Because they already said they're doing it. When they reboot Enter the Dragon,
They should reboot it at all.
Thank you. I agree with that. But they're going to. So my point is that.
Well, see, you're contradicting your own argument. This is pretty much the same argument that we had with Solo. You were saying that, we were saying that they can't replace young Solo with Harrison Ford because he's too old and he can't do that and he doesn't look the part. It's the same thing with the voice.
To an extent. Because his voice wasn't really that different. That's completely nitpicking. It sounded like Darth Vader. Okay, maybe a little bit slower. Who the hell cares? It sounds like Darth Vader. Holy crap! It didn't sound anyway. Lord have mercy. I'm scratching some more, man. I hope I went a whole big mega today. Lord have mercy.
Seems like I'm scratching your numbers right now.
You are. But yeah, come on, man. That's like they changed the C-3PO in episode 9 in his voice. It's not Anthony Daniels.
If they got somebody that sounded good enough, I'd be okay with that.
Good enough? See, that made no sense. There is no good enough.
Yes, there is.
There is either the one, like the Matrix, or there isn't the one. My point is James Earl Jones is Darth Vader. Just saying. Until the day he goes and dies, keep James Earl Jones, move on. Then we can move on when he dies.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. I'm hoping that they get a whole bunch of his stuff, so that way when he does die, they got at least 10 years worth of stuff. They can still use him, and I have to piss you off for the next 10 years because he'd be like, "Why are they still using his dead ass anyway?" Be like Peter Cushing. Be like that fool be over there, dead and still showing him. That's awesome. See, that'll work. See, you made me happy, Ken. Winning number 77654.
Don't want anything yet.
Maybe until the movie's over with you.
Huh?
Until the movie's over. Yeah, right. This is kind of cool. I do like this part. There. See how it looks? That's crazy. I thought that was him from the dead.
Who?
That's not Jim's dad. They looked for a second. That's what I'm saying. Like they look so damn.
They do look similar.
It's crazy. But I like how this is a Leia reference right here. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Now, assume you're thinking that they that they couldn't get the real Leia to show up and put younger her face a little bit, but no, they had to completely CGI her.
Well, she also has a different body type, so.
Trying to tell people that Carrie Fisher's fat?
Yeah.
I mean, you got it. If I never had a comment section, I'm gonna have it now. The comment section's gonna blow up now.
I'm sorry.
He said Carrie Fisher's fat. Lord have mercy.
She was a bigger gal in her later years.
But this isn't later years. This is supposed to be her skinnier self.
That's what I'm saying. You can't get Carrie Fisher on here.
Yes, you can. You can slim her down. That's what post is for.
That's a lot of posts. I love you, Carrie. I'm sorry, but
no, he ain't.
R.I.P. But
no, he ain't. Sorry, Carrie.
Yes, I am.
No, he don't want you to play. He don't even want you at 9.
Yes, I did.
And look at this guy, or this robot.
K2SO.
Yes, that's Calvin Crystal.
Really?
Why would she have it?
Because her dad gave it to her.
Why?
I don't know.
Because that's the other offspring of Anakin.
No.
And notice it's a white crystal. That means we're going to see a white lightsaber at 9 because they're linking up all the movies together. I'm telling you, it's either Leia's sister, is either...
She's dead.
Well, I know that I didn't say she's coming back from the dead. I'm not like
it gets blown up on this planet. It's done.
True. But who said she didn't get rid of the crystal before she died?
Just had it with her.
I'm talking about.
They're landing for their mission right now.
Who just says that she didn't leave it up there?
Leave it up where?
Wherever she's at. She could have
just had it on this ship right now.
She could have tossed it.
Tossed it where? The far reaches of space?
Yes! Like Luke's hand's supposed to be floating around somewhere from episode 5. Okay? That's how.
You know what happened to Luke's hand? You know what happened to Luke's hand? Wednesday found it and it became the thing.
Wow, that's a good theory. That's a very good theory. But that's a revelation, y'all, right there. I was wondering why that head could do many things. I'm saddened that Disney didn't want to pull the it wouldn't have been rated R, but they didn't want to do the rated R Vader slashing butt whooping on Scarf. Black Scarf. Like scarf. It's not scarf. That's scared. It's scarred.
Scarf.
Yeah. So Scarf. Yeah. And so there was a scene 15 minutes that was supposed to show him decimating everybody and everyone with his lightsaber. Force powers. On a beach scenery. I would have taken all day long. We would have been shorter too. Because you wouldn't have had that whole dramatic scene of them.
Hugging on the beach.
Your father would have been proud of you. Well, your parents would have been proud of you too. Well, Darth Vader's voice doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it does. Okay. Hug. And yeah. Next thing you know, boom. All that scene would have been taken out. All you would have had was just Vader killing everybody. Look at that. Could you imagine Vader, cape flapping in the wind in the ocean? That'd be dope, dude.
Pretty cool. One thing that that always confused me is in the trailers you see this scene of Jin walking down the catwalk and then the TIE fighter comes up and sees her.
Yeah.
It's not a scene in this movie at all.
It's I think what they showed was a different shot of it because you do see something not that exact scene, but you see a ship that does come up. It's not specific that one.
No, you won't see anything like that.
Are you sure? Because I'm
absolutely sure.
Okay, well we'll see. You said the same thing on other things too in the last other videos.
Yeah, and I corrected myself. But
yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're not right because I do know that it's not. I know that big TIE fighter that shows up and she's standing in front of it. That's not in there. And what was the other thing? What do you call it? Oh yes, but they closed down. No. I'm one with the force. What was it again? I can't say.
I am one with the force and the force is with me.
Say it 10 times.
I am one with the force and the force is with me. I am one with the force and the force is with me. I am one with the force and the force is with me.
It's crazy. I couldn't do that, man. I'd be like, I'm one with the force with me. Cut. Say it again. I'm one with the force with me. Cut. they would just be plugging it in because I'll be slurring the whole thing.
That's what ADR's for, right?
Oh, I know. Thrilling music playing. That has to suck if you are deaf and it just says theatrical music playing and you don't know what that sounds like. Like, what if you're a kid? How can you get that explained to you? Yeah. You know? What kind of droid is she dressed up as?
She's not dressed up as a droid, she's dressed up as a gunner.
Gunner, but what? That is look like a ripoff. I think when this came out, yeah, really. I wish Battlefront 2, if they do what they're doing, and they're doing the whole Episode 9 thing. I know they're gonna get one world from Episode 9, but I wish they would go back and release everything that was in Battlefront 1 world-wise, and should put as a map on Battlefront 2. Like, because Scarif was in Battlefront 1, and a few other planets also. I heard they are supposed to put Mustafar, which would be dope. I'm hoping they do that. Right now, I'm enjoying what they're doing. Stormtrooper 5, oh boy, it's about time Donnie Yen does his martial arts bow staff. I bet you that's Ray's bow staff. I bet you Ray found this. You know, if this planet exploded, I'm sure that staff floated in space, landed.
I'm sorry, I'm not even listening to you right now.
But listen, I'm being serious. All you see is nothing happening right now, except Cape flapping, which is always good. But no, think about it. Donnie Yen's bow staff.
Man, you reach.
No, let me ask you. What is Ray's job from Episode 7? What does she do?
She's
not junker. Junker. So she's always trying to find stuff. What happens if in one of these things she happens to find? Because that's her. I guarantee we're gonna see that bow staff for something in Episode 9. I don't know what it is yet. I'm thinking it's a double lightsaber bladed. But I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen to C-3PO. By the way, everyone cry.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a battle? You think it's a battle droid? That he's gonna turn to battle mode, or do you think he's gonna be one with the Millennium Falcon? Either way, he died. But which way would he die? Which way is he dying? Which way is he sacrificing?
He's going battle.
Battle. All right.
I don't know how effective he would be. His range of motion isn't all that.
What happens if he turns into like Death Blossom from like freaking from the last Starfighter? Like he all of a sudden like he
just starts spinning around.
Armors. I mean, no. I mean meaning like his armor changes and like freaking guns pop out.
It's not a transformer.
That would be dope, Dago. Like all these things pop out. He looks like Spawn. Cape shows up. That would be Spawn C-3PO. Oh, get the hell out of here! I will buy that. You know how much money y'all make with that?
You know how many Star Wars fans? How many more Star Wars fans would have been in the series?
No, I guarantee.
No.
That would be a show. Everybody loves Spawn.
Don't buy into that guarantee.
I'll buy it out for $1. Listen, you have C-3PO and Spawn, two beloved characters.
Spawn isn't really that beloved.
And Spawn is in the Marvel universe.
No, he isn't.
Or somewhat in the Marvel universe.
No, he's not.
Where's he at?
He's in Image. Completely different company.
Point is, beloved character. And you got C-3PO. Disney will buy Image out too. Don't you worry about that.
I don't think Image exists anymore.
See? So it's a freelance show. And they gonna merge together. We're gonna get a C-3PO Spawn, man. We go cape flapping. Guns out everywhere. Cool. What is he gonna have the red eyes for?
Because he's gonna like sacrifice himself. He's gonna turn into a bomb.
Oh, he gonna blow everything up?
Yep.
That is...
Self-destruct mode.
No! Are you serious? Don't do that to me, man. That's tough. I don't know. Man, I wish I could do that to you. That was what I wanted to do with you right now. Just saying that. Wow. RX-22 just hit somebody in the head like that.
K2SO.
X-85 hit him like this. many damn numbers in this damn Star Wars. Yeah, too many. I heard that in episode 9 that is Akbar's son, Calamari. He's sitting there. That'd be kind of cool if it is. Would be. That would hopefully give a little justice for Akbar in episode 8. I mean, were you okay that the other one sacrificed and not him?
I was okay with it. It would have been better if it was Akbar who sacrificed instead of Holdo. It would have been better because Akbar was more of an established character and it made a little more sense instead of this new person that we didn't have really any connection to. But I was okay with it.
See, R2D2 and C3PO didn't finish. So that means they're in their movie, except for Solo. Or did he show up in Solo? I can't remember.
They did not.
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's tough. Oh yeah, let me get back in position. This is what I was here.
He's got to sleep.
No, actually, I was watching this part really good. I was just laying back. I didn't sit up until the man showed up. As he calls him the old fart.
Call him an old fart.
You was implying.
You know, sometimes I just want to punch you in the dick.
Now I definitely can't monetize this video. Could have used the word penis.
Why can't you monetize it now?
Because you said the D word.
Why? Well, why can't you monetize it?
It's Disney.
We're not sponsored by Disney.
Listen, they like to censor us for our innuendos, but they have no problem at doing innuendos in their movies.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, right. Mufasa,
L3.
L3, better. Yeah, how about the Lion King scene and Simba's dust is and you see the dust and you see the letters.
That's actually kind of.
No, dude.
I've seen the pauses.
I've seen them too. That's just one a minute. How about the one for?
Still need to get that shit for my Armada collection.
Don't change subjects. We're gonna go right back to.
I don't want to go back to it.
Under the sea.
Oh, that's on the old VHS.
That's
cover.
Crazy Tough, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just one of 10,000. So you know,
Yeah,
it's
it's everywhere. They're just in the old Rescuers, the first one. It's like first, just one frame. There's a picture of naked people. That's what it's like. I need to get the profundity for my Armada collection.
Let's go back to this innuendos from Disney.
I don't want to. You're the one who got on me for saying the D word, so let's go away.
But you can use the P word. It's painless.
I don't want to use the P word.
Why not? It means whoa. He used the P word. He broke it up like a painless.
Then you use the OS.
OS. What the hell's OS? Oh, shiznits.
Yes.
I got you. That's what you gotta say.
No, I don't want to say that. I don't use that cop.
Or you can say schneitz. That'll work.
No.
Poop.
Scheisse.
Scheisse. There you go. I like that.
I use the German word.
There you go. Well, I just said that. Oh my. See, he didn't even hear me say. I said Scheisse. I said that.
No, you did not.
And you watch the replay. and he gonna tell me I can tell that Darth Vader's voice sounds older. You couldn't even hear me say it right sitting right next to you.
You said it.
I said Scheisse. I said it.
That's not right.
Oh, here we go. Oh, excuse me, because I'm not speaking German at the most perfect, fluent. How you say it again?
Scheisse.
Oh my! I put a little bit more of an N ending into
You
it.
put a Z in there. It's different. That's a different word.
Oh my lord!
Seriously, it means something different. You have the same pissed off look that my wife has.
Listen, this is why we can't. This is why your wife and I cannot have nice things, man. This is why. This is why. Hold up, who the heck? Just want to see, cause I don't know. Oh yeah, we need to. Can you cut him out on your phone? Probably faster than me doing it. Then. Thank you, sir. By the way, have a nice day there. Oh wow. They named it like that?
Yes, they do.
That is tough. Well, I love you too, my friend. Bye. That is wow.
He's gone.
Yeah, they're gonna probably come back in a minute. Yeah, I heard that there's some trolls right now that are really going after people right now, and they're even saying different things too. Yeah, it's been crazy. Mm-hmm. You know what's so crazy is, even though this battle is awesome, no one really talks about. Everybody says, and I mean, I'm not gonna like, because episode 6's space battle was off the chain. I liked episode 8 space battle, but they said episode 6 was the best. But this is not. This is really good.
This one's on par with episode 6 for me.
Yeah.
I think episode 6. No, I think it's on par.
Like you don't even have like some of the shots they have here. They don't have that. And that's I mean, obviously it's okay because the technology's different.
Yeah, it was mostly practical for
even episode 3, beginning space battle was
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as involved though, because they got onto the ship and it was pretty much over at that point.
Right.
But this one actually has like a real space battle.
Yeah. No, I know. I see what I mean. Like that's all, and it's actually space. They did some stuff on the.
They had all three theaters. They had air, ground, and space.
And people that are complaining about the space horses in episode 9, I don't think they're in space. They're
on the ground.
They're on the ground. Yeah. I would like to see Donnie Yen's foot would have gone across one of their faces in slow motion. That would be freaking hilarious. Yeah, get that shit generator.
Those are all CGIs of the.
Those are my rings.
Yes, those are all CGIs of the pilots that appear in episode 4 too. Of the guys who survived, obviously.
Right.
Oh, watching the hordes.
Those are crazy. I like how they match too. They should be a little slower, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, those things are fast.
No, but they should or are they a little different than 4?
No, they're
because in 4, dude, I was watching last night. I was like, dude, some of that stuff is. Some of those guys were, I mean, I know why they were so because of technology, but
yeah.
But you watch it, it's like, I'm like,
yeah.
This one's all.
Well,
like,
if you watch the special edition, they're sped up.
I had a special edition. Yeah.
Well, they should be sped up.
Wow, VHS would have been slower. Yeah.
So Jeddah, that was the planet that got blown up.
Oh. Oh, you said they CGI'd like him?
That guy, yeah.
He CGI'd?
That's Red Leader from episode 4.
Right.
That guy's
That sucks. No. She looks like a black Deadpool. What shit was that?
That is a TIE Striker.
There you go. What do they do?
They are mostly air units, like atmospheric air units, and they're good for striking runs.
You better bring the ship closer, my friend.
That's where grenades come in.
I don't think they use it though. Bam, bam. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I like how they made it look like, even though it was down there, the episode kind of forest look with some of the set designs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And them having this, Darth Vader is supposed to come on down, put his ship down, and go to work. Work him like freaking the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. With the elbow, if you will. But no, no, no. Yep. As well as we lost L3.
Yeah, but I cared about this robot.
Well, this is her brother.
No, it's
tough.
No, it's not.
It could be kissing cousins.
Nope. Nope, nope.
Could be nephews.
Nope.
Could be his niece.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it is Lucas, so it could be the Tran, as we shot earlier.
Nope.
Okay. Why not?
Because L3 does not exist.
Now, you're right. But before, they could have been like...
I don't know who this L3 is you're speaking of.
Well, you will know because I'm sure they're going to do a Disney Plus movie about her.
No.
And guess who's going to return back in that era? Your man K2 is going to show up. And they're going to be family.
Okay.
Husband and wife, even. How's that?
Just like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull doesn't exist either.
See. I only saw parts of all those. Actually, no. I seen. What's the one where they do the? I think it's the second movie.
That's Temple.
Yes, I seen all that. First one I have to watch all the way through. The third one I have to watch all the way through, and the fourth one I've seen parts of and I like it, so I want to go. It's weird. Y'all just like y'all didn't like Shia LaBeouf. Y'all just saying.
I actually didn't care about Shia LaBeouf.
Because I heard they were supposed to pass him.
They were supposed to pass the torch.
Yeah, everybody was like, nope.
I actually didn't care about that. It was just the movie was just a little too silly for me. It didn't keep with the tone that the other three.
Get ready because they're doing 5.
I know they are.
Oh man, we got an 85-year-old going to break his hip.
I know. Stupid. You're
gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die just like. Is he back? He's back. Different name.
It's got your car.
What do you mean?
Dodge Challenger. This person might know who you are, man. It's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. I gotta record that thing. Record on the phone. That's scary, bro. You know, that's nuts, man. It's crazy. Technology sometimes is nuts.
Scary, scary, scary.
What's scary is scary with that whole we talked about with the whole Jordan Lucas thing with freaking them the deep fakes where they can CGI the face and anything. Dude, that's even though it's funny and crazy, um, it's crazy. But they can start changing that up. Why is this music loud? All of a sudden it's loud. I don't want to be loud. Yeah.
Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down.
Yeah. I can't turn it down from there. I gotta. Oh man, here we go. Yada 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 yada. Oh, that hurt like a big time son of a.
That's a good cover up, though.
That's a great cover up. Yeah. Ow. Ooh. Ooh.
All right, I think you're good.
Ooh. I haven't done that yet, Andy.
I don't hear anything, so.
Yeah, because I'm screaming in front of the television. I'm not standing at the front.
I am one with the force. The force is with me. I am one with the force. The force is with me.
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble because now you saying it.
No, I can say that.
Actually, I found out in the studios for music, if lyric-wise, if I'm singing,
they don't like that.
They don't like that either. So I'm toast either way, man. All my shows are gonna be all jacked up.
Yeah, everybody's afraid that you're gonna make a dime off of their dime, and it's just greed is what it is.
Yeah, oh yeah.
7 deadly sins, baby.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Perpetuating itself everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Everybody living in the flesh.
Yep. Ooh. Ooh. Oi.
I had a friend who did not like Danny Elfman's character in this.
That's crazy.
She thought he was stupid. And I didn't understand it. I thought he was pretty cool. Truly emotional moment, folks, for one of the characters that I actually do care about in this.
I didn't care less about my Asian friend, but he was good though.
I need to get the profundity for my Armada collection. I really do. It's too bad that thing costs like $50. They have a Super Star Destroyer for that game. It's this big.
Oh wow.
Of course, it moves like this fast on the board. Oh, now I'm going to use the hammerhead Corvettes.
What if Scarif turned into Jakku?
It would still be called Scarif.
Turned into that desert planet.
It would still be called Scarif.
Why would they have a little city called Scarif? They just named it Jakku. Remember, Jakku is the little city and Scarif is.
No, I think they made it quite clear that Jakku is a planet. Okay. And Scarif is the planet. So.
Because I'm thinking about this one Star Destroyer that
crashes.
Yeah. Well, I know it crashes in 6 and
Oh, crap. That's pretty much the look I would have on my face, too.
Dang.
It's somber. Now this guy's gonna go all freaking Terminator.
Yep. I really pulled the movie theater. My eyes were closed right now. I just realized it. You like that? I wanted you to get the real feel for me. The real feel. It's the other Asian character I didn't care. I mean, I kept all the characters, but I didn't like cry or get upset that this person passed.
Yeah, because like I was saying, they didn't put a whole lot of time and effort into creating much more. And you mostly know it as that dude had the gun.
Yeah, I mean,
that guy had the.
This is already a 2 hour sub movie. They weren't going to do a 3 hour Rogue One.
No, that would be nuts. But what they probably should have done is cut down the cast a little bit.
Maybe
devoted.
Yeah, I get you. But that's not why I like. I just I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just their characters were cool, but not enough to cry about.
Yep.
What ship is that?
That's a Hammerhead Corvette.
It's a who?
Hammerhead Corellian Corvette.
No longer.
Nope. This is actually what the ship is designed to do.
Oh, designed to do what it's doing?
To do ram.
There you go.
Ooh. Pop, pop.
That was Poe's daddy. But you're posing here. Not Poe, but his daddy.
I was going to say, Poe isn't even an inkling right now.
Yeah. He hasn't been in his daddy's loins yet.
He isn't even in his daddy's loins yet. I don't even think his daddy is in his daddy's loins.
He's back. Which one does this say? Andy, what does it say? Who's this for? Paranormal? If it says my address, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's the same guy, just it's a different account with the same name. Black Dog Structure Challenger. Get off unemployment. Stop eating fast foods. Somebody has a serious grudge against you, man.
No, I heard they got serious grudge on everybody. He just do it just to troll, man. But I'm not gonna sit there and like all these other guys online. They talk crap to them, like fuel their fire. I'm like, dude, I ain't going.
No, that's a waste of time.
Yeah. So. That was interesting. Huh. Oh, snap. There you go.
Yep.
I am Lord. What would be her name? And she was a Sith.
I don't know. Darth Serpentis.
Lord Serpentis. Do you think you can hold up to Darth Vader?
Yes, she could.
Hand me over the clans and I will let you live to see that day come to fruition. You like that? You like what he did to you?
Kick him off. Just go up and give him a nice front kick right off.
That is tough. That's a nice visual right there. Oh.
Kill that shield generator.
Death Star plans.
Yep.
I like how they said she did it because they did it.
I know, huh?
See?
Forget the rest of the squad that helped her.
See, they even did that back in 4 years ago. Ain't happening now. Already been done. That's a bad shot too. Rising from the ashes.
It's a deadly shot. That's the we need to get out of here now shot.
Lord Vader. Just kiss it over with.
They're not lovers. They're just friends.
Who says they can't have one last kiss goodbye?
Not everything needs to be romantic.
I'm not saying that, but they could have had like a good kiss goodbye. I'll see you in a few minutes.
When we file when ready. All these dead rebels. Commence primary mission. Boom!
There we go. And Vader's ship, of course, this is where I set up. Exactly, Medina. And boom, baby.
That is the Devastator.
Yes, sir.
That's the name of that Star Destroyer. Imperial Class 2 Star Destroyer, the Devastator.
I wouldn't have looked at it.
Why?
I want to see. That's the last thing I see. That's crazy.
It's actually kind of beautiful.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Para boarding party. I'm gonna kill some niggas. that was like a I'm sorry. That was a Mace Windu line. I apologize. I love the ship. Classic Star Wars shot right here.
It's all pretty good.
See how slow they are?
Huh?
That's how slow all the rest of them should have been. That's the same speed.
That's cruising speed. That's not combat speed.
Well, they were combat speeding.
What scene are you talking about?
The scene where they're in the Death Star run.
No, they fly faster than that. They are flying faster.
A little. Well, yeah, I gotta watch it again. But hold up.
Here's the scene where
everybody lost their mind.
Everybody busted a Star Wars nut.
Whoa! I see orgasm.
See, you slipped up.
Star orgasm, man. Not busting a. Oh Lord have mercy. Here we go. Oh, hey, there it is. Look at this baby. Let's move. Doing his thing. Bam, bam. He's screaming for a bloody hell.
That guy knows what's going on. Look, he's like, I'm done. We're done in here.
Yeah, dude, he's holding, pushing, holding, taking things away. Slap, boom, cut, slice, choke, throw. Love it. That dude got stabbed. I keep doing that dude trip. Lord have mercy. Vader just. Could you imagine having it for 15 minutes? That was too damn quick.
Yeah.
They said 15 minutes on Sky. We were going to have all that, man. That's tough. Epic scene right here. Cape flapping in the winds.
There's the Tantive
looking.
4.
There it is. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. And then the last scene. They would have made it a little less shiny.
Yeah.
Like it's too glossy.
It doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, like it didn't look realism. I think because it was too glossy. Too glossy. Yeah, I might say, but we just keep talk over.
I'm not gonna talk right now. Yeah. You better just stop it. You could just stop it. You can just stop it.
Oh, I could just stop it. 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 Yeah, there we go. Oh, there you go, baby. All right, there we go. That's how we do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, daylight savings did show up because obviously it's now darker. It's crazy. We're just gonna put that on so they can see your handsome face, Mr. Andy. Give your commentary, if you will.
All right.
Or not your commentary, your
my pluses and minuses.
Yeah, I know there's another term for it, but I don't know why I'm not figuring it.
I actually like Rogue One a lot. When I first saw it in the theater, I was totally jazzed about it. I think if I had one complaint, it's that everybody dies at the end, but you don't really care because you're not really attached to anyone because they don't devote a whole lot of screen time to you getting attached to these characters. So it's just like, it's supposed to be all emotional. You're supposed to feel like, oh, they did their job. They're so good. Oh, these are heroes of the Alliance. But it's just like, okay, because you don't really know them. So how are we supposed to care about these people? Because we don't know.
That it?
Pretty much. I mean, for pluses, the imagery, just like all Star Wars movie, is always great. The space battle is great. The whole dynamic, the little feud that they got going between Krennic and Tarkin, that's actually really cool because Krennic is like, this is my creation. You know, I saw it, I made it come to fruition. I went and got Urso and all this other stuff, and Tarkin's like, no, dude, I'm taking it over. It's mine now. And so he felt all kind of stilted on that. And I kind of like that dynamic. It shows that not everything's perfect in the Imperial hierarchy.
Old Vader is what saved this movie for me. Old Vader. Well, to him, Old Vader. To me,
it's just the voice.
Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna leave that alone. But I will say I did enjoy the movie. Is it slow? Yes. But definitely it's one of these movies you probably want to see during the daytime. Probably not at 1 o'clock in the morning because it does move kind of slow. It does have a good story build. I understand what he's saying. You know, when everybody dies. I mean, but I think people knew, like, before this movie even came out, they're like, okay. I think all the Star Wars fans, I think people knew that, like I knew, and they even mentioned it. They're like, everybody gonna die in this movie. It's like not even a spoiler alert. They're like, okay, you know, this movie, at the end, no one's gonna live except for the main people that are in the next episode 4. So, I think not that you weren't supposed to care about them, but we already know they were gonna die. So I don't think that they were too worried about, oh, we want them to care 100% of. I'm sure that you had, like you said, you actually, the two that you, or one that you had more for was for Donnie Yen's character. I don't know his name in it, but sure. Yeah. So it was nice to see, a fellow Asian get in there and get a bigger part in something, a big franchise. I think that's amazing. And then of course, just imagery, like always, is great. I love anything. I know he doesn't like it to the fact when they're forcing stuff to make sense into something. It needs to be more natural, and I get it. But, you know, when you're taking a franchise from somebody that built something specific, and then, you know, it wants to expand or want to explain or want to, tell a little bit more story, it is difficult because you're putting in different ideas and thoughts into this. But everybody should have a what's the one I'm looking for? At least a base understanding of where to go and where not to go, and then work around that and still take chances. But this movie did really, really well. Like, you know, it takes place 10 minutes. The ending takes 10 minutes before episode 4. So if you really watch this one, everybody's always like been saying, no, episode 3 is not the prequel now to 4. You if you don't even watch 3, you just go right to Rogue One and watch 4. That's like this is like a prequel to 4, like because it literally is back to back. And so yeah, I mean it's a really cool story. I wish I don't now I won't say wish if they made a story for the second Death Star, because I heard they got the code to get down to the Imperial code to get down, because I remember Vader. There were like a lot of Bothans that died to get whatever that they that'd be kind of cool if they decide, and I hope they don't call it Rogue 2. That'd be stupid. But like if it was a different name and it had to do with that storyline, that'd be kind of cool to see that, because same thing, you know. It's a story that doesn't need to be told, but if it wants to just expand on and explaining or seeing what happened or seeing that war, because I think that's what this was. This is, instead of trying to say, oh, we're trying to, do this. I think, Star Wars that has war in it, so it was like a war. This was, as you just said, this had a lot of space battles, or what do you call it? Three levels of battles.
3 theaters.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So hey, even though it's not my favorite of all of it, and there wasn't any lightsaber battles other than Darth Vader
that was
using
really a battle.
Yeah,
that was a slaughter.
Yeah, and I was just telling them I thought it was too short. I think that they tried to do the safe route and thought maybe it was too crazy for kids, which to me doesn't make no sense. Like, they have no problem throwing innuendos and being sexually and crazy and stuff like that on Disney, but they won't show a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Not dark, gore. I don't know. Yeah, gritty. Because dude, they, like I said, they're supposed to be 15 minutes of Darth Vader
I think
killing
that
him.
would have been too long.
Yeah, even that. Let's say cut down 10 minutes. 10 minutes of nothing but Vader. Just remember, he's taking out everybody. He goes down there and he's like a one man. I think it was Unleashed. Or is it Unleashed 2?
Unleashed 1.
Unleashed 1, where, dude, the gameplay with this part where you're Darth Vader, whoever you are, and he just destroys everybody on the ground. It was freaking amazing. And it's kind of like that's what we were supposed to get for here. But with that being said, I still enjoyed those 2 minutes of epicness with my boy Darth Vader. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you guys very much for hanging out with us here on our I'm gonna say solo, but we're talking about Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And of course, the next one we're gonna hit goes right into everybody's favorite, which is the original trilogy, which is, I like them all, man. So 4 is gonna be off the chain. And I saw 4 last night. I should have just taped it, taped it. It showed my age. Record it in my bed. There's a device I just bought. It's where you wrap around your neck and you can just shoot it there. I'm actually gonna raffle that off for one of my Christmas gifts. But they have those. Actually, if you guys want to get that, they're $5 at Walmart right now. There's tons of them over there. So if you want to get those, if you stream in bed, or if you have that kind of stuff, it just literally wraps around. It's like a thick wire, and it's thick, and then you can put your phone right there, and you don't have to hold it. Pretty cool. But yeah, so next week will be episode 4. We're praying and hoping that this doesn't get taken down. We did turn down the music or the volume. If it happens again, we're just gonna turn it completely down. Maybe have it like on 2 or 3, and then just put the subtitles on, and we're just gonna have to do it that way. Unfortunately, or maybe even I don't know. Is there a way we can remote that to our ears if we had earphones, or at least like an earplug?
I'm sure there is.
That'd be kind of cool. If we ever one of these days, we'll get that for you, so that way we can enjoy ourselves and still watch it. Yeah. Or we can act it out for you if you guys want. We can. We're both actors. I think that would be great. Too bad that we didn't do that for 1, 2, and 3, because I could have acted like Jar Jar Binks, and you would have really enjoyed yourself.
We would have had an alternate timeline. I would have killed Jar Jar.
See, there's no love for these epic.
No, because that's what would have happened in real life. Jar Jar is so annoying. Qui-Gon the whole time was fighting his urge to just be like, fall to the dark side and just...
Because he knew he was truly the Dark Lord of the Sith.
Oh.
Episode 9, it's going to happen.
Stop it.
Okay. Me so dark. Okay, wait. Hey, we got to say goodbyes. Come here. Come on. See, man, I'm scratching. I'm trying to win that lottery. Did I win? Did I win the lottery? I look like I just won the lottery, apparently. All right, guys. Well, look, we love you guys. We thank you guys. Comment down below. Let us know which is your favorite Star Wars movie. I know he's getting ready. I'm gonna have him next week rank his Star Wars.
I was supposed to do that. I didn't.
That's okay.
I've been kind of busy.
That's okay. So we'll have him do it next week or the week after. And we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Yes. Comment, hit the like button, share, ring that bell, and come join us again next week. Okay, next week. Like how I did that. What language is that? Next week. Next week. What is that?
That's your Asian speak.
No, that's not. No.
Next week.
감사합니다. How you doing? How you doing? How is it? 안녕하세요. No, kidding. All right, guys. We love you. We're Star Wars fans for life. We're the real Star Wars fans. It doesn't mean that, if you dislike something, it does not mean you crap on the entire saga. And then because you get something that you all of a sudden, I'm a Star Wars fan again. Man, that don't work like that. No. You either a fan from the beginning to the end, and you like everything in between. You just like more things than others, if that makes sense. You don't sit there and go, I hate it. That just sucks.
There's no room for hate.
There's no room for hate, man.
It's like Danny Vineyard says in American History X. Life is too short to be pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
Hate is just baggage.
Yeah. And you gotta remember, guys, people work hard on these films, man. They work to give the best product with it. Now, yes, there are some people, and it's different conversation at a different time. There are some people that don't care and just want to put out product. There are some, but that's not everybody. There's probably a handful of those guys. Everybody else is very passionate to do film. But the problem is they're not going to hit everybody's favorite buttons. Not everybody. So, like I said, if you're a true fan, you're going to like more than others, but you're going to never hate anything. That makes sense? So, with that, let's show the love. Let's bring that Star Wars community back here instead of all
into the light side.
Let's bring balance to the force. Thank you very much. Because if you don't, I'm gonna come back as Darth Vader. I'm gonna handle my business and choke your aspirations out, if you know what I'm saying. All right, guys. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Let's count it down. We got 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. God bless.
Peace out.
It's John Cena with a shoots and ladders match.
In a hugging and kissing match.